I didn't see a sign-up list at all.
No, Dave was the one who was talking shit.
Dave does talk a lot of shit.
Therefore.
And then he goes, I didn't talk any shit. What are you talking about? Ah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, right. Are we recording yet?
Yep.
Damn it.
Penis.
Everybody ready? Is that a yes? No?
I'm ready.
Oh my god, that is a beaver snapback. Sideways, no less.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, Dave. Straighten it out and I won't make you do the recap. Thank you.
There you go. Hats backwards are fine. Hats backward and sideways, not fine.
I wasn't intentional.
Don't even know.
Well, I didn't realize.
Don't lie to me. He's like, fuck.
Last time on D&D and Alamar, Jay embarrassed himself in the inn at the end of the world, persistently annoying his patrons, creating potential fights and strife with the outsiders who came in, refusing an arm wrestle contest by Pavu, name. The party rested within the tavern, uncovering the identity of the secret owner, a tentacular shadow who seemed to drain the patrons who didn't pay in cash. They also encountered a Damaran ranger who did not take a liking to the party. Learning the house rules of no violence, the party reluctantly bedded down and rested, escaping into the cold air the morning following. Venturing out, wary of kobolds, rangers, or anything else that might be out hunting them, they ventured north, following a dilapidated map and Eric's ranger skills. They found an icy lake and frozen dwarves. Venturing around the lake, they encountered ice elementals. They fought, they won, they came out alive. What happens tonight?
I don't know, but I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah, so after those of you that logged off last night, we decided we were going to, we decided we weren't going to skip forward, so, alright, that's where we're at. Just defeated the ice elementals, their icy shattering remains lay strewn about the open tundrascape around you. Few trees, if any, are visible. All you see are the frozen snowmen that you've uncovered to be frozen dwarves. The ice of the lake glitters to your east, to your west. The mountains loom ever closer to the north, and the map puts you about a day further marching. No sign of the ranger or his mentioned patrol. No sign of the kobolds that Eric's antagonized. No sign of any other foes. And no sign of what drew the ice elementals to you.
Antagonized is a bit strong.
We also ended the fight after Pavu unlocked a mysterious mantle of dark power from Bane, which was quickly drained by the insertion of Eric's oft-maligned dagger. When Pavu attempted to strike him, he was blown backwards in a wave of force, as Eric's looked bewildered. And begin!
Is Pavu still in a rage?
Nah.
Alright, I'm going to approach and offer him a hand to get back to his feet.
Thinking of the height differential there in terms of helping you up.
I'm not a smart kobold.
Oh, come now. We've established that you're okay now.
Almost okay.
I will grab his hand and then pull him down into the snow next to me and stand up laughing.
If you're resisting, I need opposed strength checks.
Nah.
There. Adam's like, yep, I'll take that. Avoid the fight, sure.
I will stand up and shake Snow off.
Ah! See? I pulled the trick just like you did.
Yeah, your trick colder.
And your trick pulled power from me.
Eric's surprised you notice. So much power. Not think no small amount leave. But thanks for letting borrow.
I wouldn't call it borrowing unless you intend to give it back.
Fair. Eric's not no. Just do what told.
Did what, Jay?
We have 2 parties after us, and we just fought these heavy elementals. I'm gonna look around. 18%.
The frozen scape before you and behind you seems to glitter with emptiness, at the same time reflect back light. You're unsure if you'd be able to see anything farther than a mile.
Yeah, the door right. Should move on. Day's march to mountain. What time of day is it?
Early evening. The sun is just touching the horizon, the far horizon.
I believe last session you said there was about 2 hours till sundown.
Yeah.
2 hours till sundown. Should find place, make camp.
I'm gonna look nervous and say, well, I guess I borrowed your strength when I was frozen, so if you're okay with him borrowing your power, alright, let's get going.
Alright, let's move north, and we'll have Eric's find adequate
There was
adequate
no
camp
place
for
for
us.
camp.
Well, we have 2 hours, so I figure we move north and see if there will be one.
Find us a cave. Find us a cave.
Continuing along the path, trying to find the best location for shelter I can.
Give me a survival check.
I too have an uncle.
17.
As you continue marching your way around the frozen lake, your feet are dragging through snow drifts and occasional just frozen ground. You come across a small bulge of rocks. As far as you can see in any direction, this is likely the best shelter you're liable to find. The tallest of which reaches a height of only about 5 feet, though many strewn about rise to about a height of 2 to 3 feet. It may provide something of a windbreak, though it does rest just on the shore of the lake.
Not cave, but not know if find better.
You do find yourselves on the northern beach of the lake. As far as the map shows you, It's almost a straight shot north from here.
I'm going to test the rocks to see if I can move them.
Give me a strength check. And a wisdom check.
Strength is an 18. Wisdom is a 12.
Alright, as you give the rock a hearty shove, you just barely manage to catch it in time before you knock the 5-foot-tall one over. You seem rather firmly placed, though not too difficult to roll.
Okay, I'd like to try and position these rocks as a better windbreak.
Based off of your wisdom roll, you're pretty sure if you attempt to move the higher standing one, you're liable to roll it onto its side, reducing its height by at least 2 to 3 feet, though providing a wider break.
Perhaps it would be wiser to pack the cracks with snow.
Well, this isn't just... Is the snow light, or is it packed tundra?
It's, well, where you're at on the lake, a lot of it's very powdery.
It's powdery then. As soon as we start a campfire, it's going to go.
Good survival check.
I'll roll for it if you want.
No. I thought it was good.
24.
For what?
You said roll a survival check.
No, I was commenting on Adam's statement. I said nice survival check.
Gotcha. Sorry, my bad.
No worries. So we go.
Alright, well, the cold doesn't bother me, so I'll hunker down next to the tallest rock and put my back up against it and look to the rest of the party.
I'll go scrounge about for ideally some sort of plant or maybe sticks that can be lit. Hopefully make a fire.
As I see him like wandering around, I'm gonna say, "Don't go off too far. Do you want me to come with you?"
I heard you. Sorry, 1 second.
Eric's not go far. Run back screaming if trouble.
Give me a survival check as you're looking. Jay, you doing anything else?
I'm just gonna keep an eye on him.
Okay. The door, doing anything? As you watch Pabu hunker down?
I am going to use my cloak and keep Jay warm.
At this point, don't we all have cold weather gear?
We do.
He is the most susceptible.
And it is really friggin' cold.
Jay and I have warm clothes, but Jay has failed all of his checks, whereas I have developed a resistance to cold.
I too have a resistance.
I 3 have a resistance.
But not to cold.
Well, I have a constitution. Resilient.
Fair.
For your track history, Dave, my action stands.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm exhausted right now anyway.
Yeah, because you failed that first check. The first one in the cold.
Yep.
Like, I have cold with advantage to cold based off us being out here for so long.
Eric's, you find almost nothing in the way of plant life. You find a few small spiny bushes that seem to somehow survive, though they are small and shrunken. Additionally, you come across an ice-white plant that seems to have razor-sharp edges, very low, no more than 3 inches tall.
Knowledge of nature. That'll be a 19.
The plants, you can't recall the name of them, though they're commonly referred to as poison rash. The edges are sharp as razor daggers. You can easily slice a foot or an ankle if casually walked by. In a pinch, they could act as caltrops if you were to be able to carefully tear it up and throw them across whatever ground you were looking for. Putting the pizza in. He doesn't say what kind of pizza.
Alright, I will... The small bushes that I came across, do they look like they could be used for anything other than just creating smoke?
Depending on how well they burn, they might provide sufficient kindling for a small fire, though you doubt they'd last long.
I'll grab a couple of them. And get back to the camp.
As he approaches, I'm going to call out to Eric. See if the bodies have anything.
Oh, okay.
Well,
The bodies?
The frozen Dwarven
Ah,
men.
sorry, yeah. I thought you were referring to the ice elementals for a second. I was like, you left those behind.
I'll start.
Oh, wait, we traveled north, didn't we?
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, there's still frozen snowmen everywhere.
I'll start rummaging around snowmen, seeing if I can find anything. You said they're all propped up on sticks.
They're all encased in frozen snow and then propped up in sticks underneath that.
I'll start rummaging around, see if I can find anything. Again, trying to stay near camp.
Give me an investigation check at disadvantage.
With disadvantage, that's going to be... a 9.
Unfortunately, you're not able to find anything as your claws seem to just stick into the frozen ice around the bodies. You manage to uncover an occasional chest piece of a dwarf or face here or there, but you're unable to locate anything of use.
Not look good. Eric not find much.
Eric's. Sorry.
You're becoming more human by the day!
Do I notice him struggling?
You don't notice it as a struggle, you notice him poking about and failing to find anything.
Okay, then scratch that idea. Actually, I think I can carry out that idea. Alright, come on inside.
Did you get Leoman's tiny hut, Dave?
How has no one taken that spell yet? I was literally just thinking about that. Like,
Dave
really?
mentioned it last time, saying he wanted to get it.
I do. I don't have a small crystal bead though.
That's all you need?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a shame.
Uh huh.
How do you know? Didn't you buy a spell component pouch?
Nope,
Oh,
he didn't want to pay the price.
It was like 75 gold, and Dave noped the fuck out.
He wasn't willing to listen to the alternative payment.
Just would have been some Zoidberg-ass light tentacle sucking on your face, probably.
Yeah. Whatever. Think about how warm we'd all be.
Yeah, we'd all be warm, and you just wouldn't have your memories anymore, or something.
Everyone except for you, Ryan.
Doesn't fit large characters.
Correct.
Whatever. I don't need to be in it.
We'd all be warm. Fuck you, I don't care.
I don't care. I'd be warm too. I've got advantage gold.
Aren't you technically medium, but carry as a large?
Yep.
Oh, I am. Ha!
Okay.
He was like, I didn't want the spell anyways then.
No, I would have been like, you stand over there. Otherwise, the spell would fail.
So are there like tiny rocks in our resting area?
Yes.
There's rocks of varying sizes.
This is a reach, guys. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put some pebbles and like medium size, like fist size rocks, or more like Eric's fist size rocks. Gather them in the middle, and I'm going to ask for a blade. And I'm going to ask Eric's for some loose iron arrowheads if he still has them.
I do. I'll give you a handful, 5 arrowheads.
Don't we still have like tent pythons and shit?
I have no idea who would be carrying those. Probably something stuck on Pavu's back.
All I have is a whetstone, a water skin, and a large blue stone.
What about the Yeti bag?
In the Yeti sack, we had
Yeti sack definitely has pythons in it.
3 pythons, 2 metal rings. I mean, if you're just talking metal stuff.
Is she just yelling
mace.
anti-fungal cream?
Anyway,
I don't know if it was ever distinguished if the pythons were specifically iron.
Nobody ever looked.
I will rummage the Yeti bag and see if they're iron.
They are iron.
Huzzahs!
Okay.
Alright.
I don't know what you're doing, but do it.
Do I have a blade?
I produce a dagger.
Alright, I'm gonna like 2/3 insert the dagger into the pile of rocks, cast Druidcraft for a flame. Using the python, I am going to heat metal to see if I can heat up the rocks enough for ambient heat.
You're casting heat metal, or you're using just Druidcraft to heat the dagger?
I'm using Druidcraft for a flame, for a spell component,
Okay.
and the python as the other spell component to heat metal on the blade.
So, do you have any kind of quicken spell?
No, but I'm hoping the flame lasts long enough.
The flame on its own would not last long enough.
What about
Alright,
the flame
Eric.
with bush kindling?
Perhaps.
Let's try it out.
I'll give you one of the bushes.
Alright, then that.
Maybe George W.
As you druid craft the bush, at first all you get is an impressive amount of smoke. Curiously, it seems to be blue smoke. However, after a moment, the bush itself catches alight. Then you have a small fire.
Alright, I proceed as mentioned.
So you're using that, and then the python and the dagger to heat metal.
Python is the spell component.
Gotcha.
The dagger is what I'm heating up.
All right. Give me a dex check for how you piled the rocks.
Okay. 19.
All right. You managed to make a nice little rock fire. Inserting the python and passing heat metal. The rocks themselves soon become a cozy, warm red, creating an aura of heat that emanates outwards in a circle. You all feel the immediate effects, counteracting the dropping temperature of the air. I like ingenuity. That's the kind of shit I wanted in a survival campaign.
Chuffed with what I just did, but also not distracted. I'm going to acknowledge nature the blue smoke. Nat 20. Plus
Probably unhealthy to breathe in.
23.
Probably quite unhealthy to breathe in. You assume whatever allows the plant to survive in this unnaturally cold tundra probably has an ill effect on the soft tissue of the lungs.
I am going to immediately cover my mouth and start trying to kind of coast the fumes. Don't inhale that, it's dangerous. Cover your mouths and nose.
I start blowing the smoke away from me.
I will. Which way is the wind blowing?
The wind seems to be blowing in a southwesterly manner.
Alright, so I'm going to position myself upwind.
Come give me a
I
hug.
too will do that.
I'm assuming Jay's following since he's tucked into your coat.
Yeah.
You don't have to.
No, I'm gonna.
Alright. Eric sits on the southern end. What's wrong, guys?
Nah, I'll move away from the smoke. I'm not. I don't want to die.
And we have a death for no reason. Campfire death. Ah. All right. As the sun completes its setting, the stars come out brilliant and bright overhead. The temperature itself seems to drop, so that even with the heated rocks, you all feel a slight shiver. Thanks to the rocks, Pabu seems relatively unaffected. Though, whenever he pokes his head up, even he can tell it's bitterly cold. Perception check for everybody.
Nat 20 plus...
Nat 20 plus 1.
Yeah.
What kind of turbo pizza does he have? Guess he's just reheating.
I mean, he put it in 15 minutes ago.
One moment.
Where are you going? Mama said hugs and kisses. Come here. Come here.
Alright, as you all start bedding down for the night, you catch a glimmer. It takes you a moment to resolve, everyone except for Dodor. As you realize there's a small campfire on the other end of the lake, back where you most likely fought the ice elementals. Yes, you're certain it's a campfire. Somebody is out there.
Oh, put it on here. You want to say hi to friends before you go to bed? Okay.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you too!
Why are you wet?
Oh, that is a man bun.
Happy birthday to you too!
You gonna say
Happy birthday.
happy birthday? Birthday is it?
Right now.
No?
To take that.
It's everyone's birthday.
Everyone's birthday! Happy birthday!
What'd you get us, Riley? Where's our presents?
Oh wow, needy much?
Jeez.
Have a lovely
What are you gonna say?
happy birthday.
Happy birthday. But to who?
To you!
Say hi, friends.
Hi, friends.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, friend.
Adam.
Bye, Adam.
Say hi. Okay.
Hi, Aga.
Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Aga.
Hi.
Hi, Dave. No.
Hi, Riley.
Oh, incoming, baby.
Happy birthday to you.
Come on. Nope, keep that down.
Happy
It's
birthday.
nobody's birthday.
Sure it is. Don't listen to Daddy, of course it's someone's birthday.
Here she is. Say hi, Benny.
Hi, Penny. Hi.
Hi, Riley.
Hi, Riley. That's baby. Yeah.
That's not a baby. You're the baby.
Hi, baby. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
What? What are you doing? No. You're gonna mess up my. Whoa. Everybody's moved things on me.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Penny looks so hyped. It's like, is it my birthday?
No.
Alright, you all done? Say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Penny's in the background. Good night, Riley.
Alright, so fire across the lake.
One might even say Fire Lake.
Pro-E group want kill Jay.
You say as Jay walks away.
He's gonna check his pizza, I guess.
Oh.
Does he not know how to set a timer? They're pretty helpful in that kind of situation.
Alright, well, I'm gonna grab a drink then.
I don't think it was necessary to flip us off.
Just when he gets back, tell him he has a nice man bun.
So yeah, I guess just posing up by one of the rocks and doing my thing before. I mean, I'll offer to take watch, but you guys haven't let me yet, so it's been a while.
It's been a while.
I kept one watch, rolled a nat 1, we lost items, and you were all like, never again for the kobold.
Hey,
Okay.
works for you.
I can't complain about it.
Well, common sense dictates I'm always last watch. So it's one of the two other boys.
I'll offer to take first.
Sorry, this is what happens when Ashley's not here.
That you forget how to use the timer?
You're completely useless. I don't see how that differs from any other.
Pizza
Sorry.
You cook pizza for a half an hour?
You need frequent dildo breaks?
No, I have to cook a frozen pizza.
Okay, for a half an hour?
Well, I had to preheat the oven.
Just put it in there while it's preheating. It'll cook.
It's like step number 1 of not to do.
Why?
You just got married. You don't have a toaster oven?
You're just wasting time.
DiGiorno takes 20 minutes tops. 23 for a couple of them.
So 20 is not top, son.
Well, it depends on like what version.
Or
of
stop
stuff
lawyering.
I'm just saying. He made a blanket statement and then immediately disproved
All
himself.
right, I'll re-clarify. Most of them are 18 to 20 minutes, but a couple of the stuffed crusts go 23.
You gotta go stuffed crust though.
Stuffed crust frozen pizzas. What a country.
Oh,
Dave goes-
dude, I just got.
They're the best.
I just found out that Hannaford, right down the road from me, carries the bacon stuffed crust.
There you go. Or you could just be like Dave and get a Tony's, which has no flavor and no crust at all.
Dude, if I'm gonna get something that has no flavor, no crust, it's gonna be an Elia's, and I'm probably just gonna microwave it because I'm lazy.
That's fair. Dave goes all out with his Tony's pizza.
$3
Red
Canadian
Wyrm.
flat or thin crust pizza, spinach pizza is where it's at.
Why do you want thin crust and get the veggies off my pizza?
Spinach and goat cheese? That's a good pizza.
No, I don't hear any meat, so no, it's not.
I'm here with you, Chris.
When you're spending $3 Canadian on a pizza, that's good money right there, bud.
If there's no meat on it, it's not a pizza.
It's like $1 in American.
That's a dirty lie.
So I said I'd take first watch if you guys wanted.
I'll allow it.
I also said that the fire across the lake is probably a group that's trying to kill Jay.
Or you.
Doubtful that kobolds are building fires.
I know, but I want to spread the blame.
Eric's not one anger minion bar. Just kobold.
Well, right before I go into a trance, I am going to do the same thing again to reheat the rocks and crisscross applesauce.
Using those spell slots.
I believe I already gave everyone good berries in the morning. In the morning of our heading out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those are good for the day.
If y'all want, I still have 5 of them left because I think we all eat. I think we each ate one.
I'll take one.
It's good for a health at the very least.
None of you are hungry.
It's good for a health at the very least.
Yeah.
Hell, I'll give Pavu 2, or I'll give Pavu any that aren't claimed. So if anybody's not taking one, Pavu just gets that much more.
I'll take one just to, move.
Just to shirk the 1 health away from Pavu.
No, he actually needs help.
I'm gonna eat them all and then go to sleep. And I don't volunteer for a rest.
Alright, so Should get back. Well, 3 berries, so 3 health.
I'm more leaning on my durable feet.
Oh, I know. I'm just every little bit.
All right. So who's on first watch?
Me, I guess.
All right. You know what to do. I know it's been a while, but I assume you still know what
It's
to do.
been a while.
18.
Canada immediately starts typing because he's gonna pull some fucking meme.
18. You watch as the fire across the lake seems to remain lit. Outside of the wind picking up occasionally before dying down, the rest of your watch is uneventful. How long were you watching for?
I was going to do 2 hours.
Right. But towards the end of your watch, the rocks have grown noticeably cooler. Still warm, and still creating warmth, but noticeably cooler from the start. Alright. Your watch draws to an end, Eric's.
All
Your
right.
companions are sleeping or trancing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not quiet. Waiting on you, Eric.
Yep. Sorry. I will wake up Jay.
Who?
Pizza
Jay.
Man.
Jay, you are awoken as the kobold seems to loom over your sleeping form.
I'm uncomfortably close to your face. You take watch now.
Okay. From inside the coat, I start looking around and use in the meantime use mage hands and try to start like building a bigger windbreak with the snow.
Alright? Give me a dex or an intelligence check. Well, your magic ability is charisma, so charisma or dex, sorry.
18
Which one are you using?
charisma.
Alright. using the power of your will, or at least the charisma of your character.
Aha.
You use your glowing green hand to slowly scoop and push small mounds of snow, creating a glittering nighttime shimmer as flakes of snow seem to drift off in the wind. You find it not overly effective, but you do create something of a small bowl using the rocks as supports.
You're
Give me
all
a
right.
perception check for your night.
Perception is 17.
All right. You see the campfire across the way continues to remain lit. You catch sight of something out of the corner of your eye within the camp, but you can't quite place it whenever you go to look for it.
Okay. I will, if my 2 hours is done.
As your 2 hours ends, the door awakens on its own.
I put her crayons over
Say,
on top of her tray.
you got it, right? Once he wakes.
I nod.
Thank you. And I'll cuddle back into his coat.
That's going to be tough if he's up for keeping watch.
Well, I guess I have no choice but to reuse my spell slot that I just regained. And do it again.
Alright, once again, the circle of warmth emanates out. As you poke your head up every now and then, you can feel the blistering cold as frost starts to form on exposed extremities that are outside the heated circle. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
19.
Why would they be gone, Dave? Does
It's
the
a
spell
piece of
consume them?
iron.
He was using them as...
Does the spell say it consumes them?
I don't think so.
Then they're not.
Really?
Yep. Unless the spell says it consumes it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Alright.
Dave's like, I really need to find the crystal bead now.
It's not even a crystal bead.
That sounds odd. Dave made me lose my train of thought.
Wait, you don't even need a crystal bead?
What do you need?
Oh, maybe it was a crystal bead.
You said it was.
What
a
you
crystal
said
bead,
earlier.
and now you're
I was
saying
just
not
quoting
even
you.
a crystal bead, and I'm confused.
I'm gonna wild shape into an oyster and produce a. Never mind.
I don't think you can wild shape tiny.
That's a pearl. No, it is. It is a crystal bead. I lied.
Wild shape into an oyster.
Alright, what's your perception?
19.
You see the fire still blazing across the lake. For a moment, it seems to dim as you catch sight of someone or something crossing in front of the flame. But outside of that momentary lapse, the cold tundra wind is all that welcomes you in the night. Dawn breaks. As it rises, the glare off the lake obscures your view of its southerly reaches. The cold northern mountains draw your eye, and you catch in the distance off to the west what appears to be a thickly wooded area, much off your path. But trees are there. Everybody away.
Okay.
Do I get rid of exhaustion or no?
Yep.
Yay.
You slept in warmth.
There is somewhat of a forest due west. You said west.
Yeah. Trees to the west,
Wow.
yes.
While our journey is pressing, it might be wise to gather supplies. I'm unsure, though.
We'll take off path. But maybe find wood for later.
There's also several parties on our tail. I'm completely unsure. I will do what the party wishes.
Caves north anyway. Maybe just head that direction.
What do the rest of you think?
Lawrence, I am at full health.
You're at what?
Full health.
Alright.
I'm also at full health.
My new max is 74.
74?
Yep.
57.
That's a big jump for you.
I rolled max.
Yeah. No, I was like, you needed that. Dave is the only one that doesn't like talking. Yeah, I got you, Chris.
Wasn't sure.
That's why I said Dave is the only one that doesn't like talking.
Ah.
Yeah. Listen. Listen.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Yeah, you drink your Mountain Dew and juice. That's what it looks like,
Who?
Chris.
No. Just like, what are you talking about?
Drinking my Turkish beer, that's all I'm doing.
Turkish beer. There you support those Turks.
Trying to bring back the Ottoman Empire? That's how you bring back the Ottoman Empire.
From position of campfire to south, they're at least a few hours behind. We head north to cave, no delay. Perhaps shave time. Or keep lead.
Well, we must decide quickly. But I could gather spell components, perhaps. But it's a reach. This is a barren region.
I
And
do
we
not
can't be
expect you
carrying-
to find spell thingies here. Tundra is barren. Unless you need snow, ice, or water. I say we move north. Quickly. To establish a defense in the perimeter to those following. Most important.
I agree. Can people keep an eye out for crystals?
I'd shoot him a dirty look and shake my head. As though, like, he clearly didn't hear me.
I agree.
You said keep a lookout for crystals.
Yeah.
You spoke about what you'd find around here. That's what he was referring to, Dave.
I'm referring to the fact that I said unless you're looking for snow.
In
Ice.
other words, Ryan, you're completely right. He didn't listen.
No,
Yeah,
I did.
no, you didn't because you're just like, yeah, cool, yeah. So we're
Stone
looking for
components?
crystals.
It appears that each of these the parent snowmen are actual frozen men. So if you can expect these without slowing us down moving forward, I suggest you do so. But do not trail behind.
I'll nod at Dodor saying that and start to guide the party north.
I will say under my breath, but audible for most. Apparently Pavu talked to himself.
I mean, I only said that because we've already ran across a cave that had crystals in it.
How many sessions ago was that?
Like 10.
Like, we weren't in, like, the barren tundra. We were just, like, kind of in the tundra, but more like...
There were Yetis, man. It was all the tundra.
It's gotten so fucked up for Dave, it's the Tundra now.
The 10 tundras.
10 sessions, 10 Tundras. Whoa, Chris. Party time. Aw. I was with you, Ryan. We hit the club.
About to break it down.
Purple lighting upside down. Womp, womp, womp,
Yeah.
womp. I could feel the bass.
I was gonna start breakdancing. By breakdancing, I mean just, like, lying on my back and turning myself.
I could feel the bass coming off your screen there, man.
Literally. Me and Lawrence just immediately were like...
Alright, so we're heading north?
Yep.
To the window.
To the wall of the mountain. Give me a survival check.
Already typed it out.
So the sweat freezes on my balls, because we're in the
Oh, it's
tundra.
already frozen. It's already frozen. Everything's frozen, man.
I already typed my survival out.
Well, touche. Is anybody trying to surreptitiously check the frozen snowman? No? No? Okay. Alright, you set off at a jaunty pace, heading north. The air seems to form into ice crystals even as you walk and breathe, creating miniature snowfalls on each exhale. Even Pavu starts to feel the cold seep into his bones, more so than he's ever felt in his entire life.
I laugh as I try to catch one. Here, your crystal.
Everybody give me a constitution check. Even Pavu.
Really? You gave me
Oh,
like
yeah.
You gave me advantage to cold.
You still have to make the check.
Oh, it's just easier.
Yeah.
It's advantage.
Nat 20.
Alright. You all have no problem shrugging off this inimical cold. Even Jay seems to be standing up rather resiliently.
By God. Alert the
He's like,
beast.
yeah, feet call out, woo! As the sun rises overhead, the mountains truly begin to loom. As it blocks out some of the glare, you can see what appears to be broken down structures, but a few hours further ahead. Clearly the remains of some kind of once walled town, set at the base of the mountain.
Ruins of town ahead.
Indeed. I see it, little one. I'm going to actually look behind us and make a perception.
Okay? Disadvantage?
Why the fuck am I at disadvantage?
I'll tell you once you roll. Fair, fair. I didn't know if you were glaring at me or holding in something.
No, I feel like I have like the beginning of a sinus infection in my left nostril. But I would make a really, really bad gay guy because my gag reflex is awful. So like if I try and clear, I'll gag, and I was trying not to like throw up on the microphone.
Well, there goes our gay viewers.
You just need to find the right one with a
I'm
microphone.
just saying I couldn't do it. I can cup the balls like a pro.
Alright, too much.
You're the one who started this. I'm bringing him back. No, I'm bringing him back.
They're already gone, man. They're already gone.
It's okay. He's bringing it back.
Perception is a 7.
Alright, unfortunately, the glare of the snow behind you, as well as the lake still gleaming strong, prevents you from seeing much of anything.
I'm gonna. Hey, Eric's. If they're rangers and they were on the other side of the lake, could they have gotten here first? Could we be walking into an ambush?
Ambush always possible. Not know how many rangers. He say there was him and, or they say in tavern that there was him and one other higher up, but not know how many with. Plus, kobolds, much more familiar with territory. This their domain. So ambush likely. Keep eyes open.
To the, well, Chris isn't here, but to the party, I'm going to, I'll wait for Chris. This is kind of important for my character.
Cool, I'll be RB. New battery!
Everybody away.
I was serious, it was a be right back.
You got up and you're like, new battery, and I like clipped
Blink.
I clipped a loose string off my shoe. And I look back up and Ryan and Dave are gone, and I'm like, oh, everybody gone. All right.
Those two need more trips up for whatever than God.
Well,
I
Dave's
feel
got.
less bad now because my dog was whining and I took
Well-
longer than expected.
No, it's fine. Dave's gotten up 32 times for this pizza.
Don't worry, wait till the shit kicks in.
I already took one.
I know.
Is that?
Frozen pizza, washing it down with a Bud Light cranberry.
I didn't know if it was a Bud Light cranberry or if he was drinking one of those White Claw things.
Nope.
Is it a cranberry? Did I call it?
No.
Did you see they just came? I just saw a commercial for Bud Light lemon tea.
Lemon tea?
It was like, yeah, brewed with lemon and then aged in fine tea leaves. And I was like, that's disgusting.
Did you guys not have Coors Light iced tea? Like maybe
I'm
7
not
years
familiar
ago?
with that, but it's still gross.
I think it hit the shelves, but I didn't. I never had it.
Oh, disgusting old clit.
I'm sorry, if you're drinking beer, why would I want anything with tea?
I'm actually trying to think of a cocktail that is good with iced tea, and I can't think of one.
I mean, I like a Long Island iced tea.
I was gonna say the
Long
obvious
Island
one.
iced tea does not have iced tea in it.
Doesn't?
I was at
No, it
a
does not.
wedding reception thingy yesterday at a bar, and this couple came in, one ordered a mimosa, and the guy's like, I'll have a beer mimosa. And got a Miller Lite, drank some of it, and then they poured vodka in it. And she's sitting there going, Oh, I swear, it tastes just like a mimosa. It's crazy.
Nope.
And I'm just like, that's disgusting. You're drinking shit beer and adding vodka to it.
Gross.
I would have done it the other way and had him drink some and then add a little bit of orange juice.
All I know is I got sprayed 3 times yesterday with various cocktails, including that guy pulling his thumb out and spraying me. I was like, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, jeez.
They immediately walked. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, and immediately walked away.
Were you dressed nice?
Yeah.
It's a wedding.
Oh,
They eloped. There was a wedding reception.
Still.
But yeah, it was like brunch casual type thing, and I was one of the more overdressed people. But
See, the classy move would be to spot you a 10 for the dry cleaning.
I was a little pissed. And then the bartender did it later with another mixed drink, and I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh, man, from the bartender?
Yeah, I was a little pissed.
I just said something at that point.
I said it loud enough. I'm surprised he didn't turn and notice, because I was like, that's the fucking 3rd time. Come on, Ryan. Said right back. Even if I was slow, I'd be back by now.
I also like
Chris, he paused because he wanted to make sure you were here for whatever he said.
Yeah, he's got something character important or whatever that he's got to say.
And Pabu, go.
Whatever you were gonna do, whatever you were waiting for.
Oh, right.
He
So-
just scared the shit out of him.
I thought I was like making a check that I wasn't here for.
Yeah, that's it.
So I'm going to fish out of... I'm going to type this.
5. Is it to me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
You ready for bed, honey? It's bedtime. Okay. Okay. It's fine.
Ooh, everybody's typing to me. Except for Dave. And Adam.
Well, I mean, I think I typed to you enough. There will be more chatter between us.
Oh, now Dave's typing to me, probably to say nothing, just because he wants to join in. Yep, he deleted it.
I don't like getting left out.
Well, most of the talking on the side comes from deities, and you refuse to acknowledge any. Deities, demons, anything, extraplanar, all your characters hate them. Makes it very hard to give me a reason to talk to you outside of the main chat.
That's fair.
I'm just going to have a god take you over, and then you're going to be forced to deal with me chatting to you, but, you know, that's down the road. I didn't say to be fair. I didn't say that!
Chris just does. You can be like,
Oh, as soon as you say it, like, I'm going to the
thinking-
Iowa State Fair, to be fair.
yeah.
Everybody give me a perception check.
Everybody
Everybody in the club.
get tipsy. Dirty 20. Not a clean 20, just dirty 20.
It's what Lawrence has called him himself.
Stankiest 20.
Jay and Eric's. Though you can't understand him, you see Paru pull out a ring, gently holding it in his hand, and whisper something, again, but you can't understand, as he stares down at it. A sense of longing in his eyes.
I'd put that thing away. You don't want to drop it. Be really hard to find in the snow.
I look at you shocked that you actually saw it. Kind of growl and put it away.
As soon as you growl, I'm gonna jump a little bit. Yeah, I'm saying we're gonna get attacked soon, probably. We need to be ready. And then I go looking around, pointedly not looking at Pavu.
As you look around, you catch sight of what looks to be humanoid figures on the remnants of the wall, and a few of them standing out in front of it. It's hard to make out from this distance.
Do you guys see that? Are those humanoid shapes in front of the wall?
Yep.
You all notice them as Jay points it out.
Are they moving? More snowmen, perhaps?
Can't tell. What do you see with your elven eyes?
Oh, Jesus.
Can't fault him.
He does make a good fool of a took.
Well, let's see. 8. I roll again on perception.
They do not appear to be snowmen. They appear to be more normally formed. As far as you can tell, they are not moving.
Guards at watch, I assume. Definitely not snowmen.
Maybe rangers move ahead?
It's definitely possible those that are more acclimated to this climate will be able to move quick.
I'm gonna say to myself, stole my damn idea.
I mean, I only brought it up because we literally had the conversation already.
I know. I was just adding text.
Noted.
Try to get a head count.
I'll try to count them as I continue my approach.
As you continue approaching, you note there seem to be more and more of them, some with snowdrifts built up around them. You start to make out their shapes. They appear to be dwarves, frozen, icy blue. As you start to approach the first of them, you note that they all seem to be uniformly running or in the midst of a run away from the mines. As you get closer, you can see that most of them seem to have determined or slightly frightened looks upon their faces, frozen in the act of speaking mid-step, charging forward. You even note you see a few what looks like dwarves riding large lion-like creatures, heavily laden with frozen packs, all of them seeming to be caught in the midst of flight.
"21 nature, if I could tell what type of beasts these are."
Your best guess would these are dire lions.
Lions. Here.
What lion?
It's very, very large cat, normally acclimated to hotter areas.
Often used in performances.
I am going to spit on the ground.
Performance cat?
It's very fearsome. It draws a crowd.
Well, frozen dwarfy, not ranger, so breathe a little easier for a moment.
Is there? You guys think there's any way we can try to dislodge those packs? They might be useful.
No, haven't tried. Why not you try?
Kind of big for me.
He says, looking up at the lion's side, who is over 6 feet tall at the side.
How big's the pack?
The packs seem to be quite large, strapped to its back behind the riders.
I'll scamper up the side of one of the lions and see if I can unlodge a pack.
Give me an athletics check.
$17.
Alright, you managed to scale the frozen lion hide, much like Ryan's cat has scaled him. As you perch upon its haunch, you attempt to dislodge a bag. How would you like to try?
I'm assuming there's some sort of I'm picturing a belt strap that's holding these things on of sorts.
Yep. Yep.
Figuring that that's gonna be frozen solid, I'm gonna default to seeing if I can just cut the strap, let the bag fall.
Alright. Give me a strength check. What are you using to cut? Just your claw, or?
I mean, I'll see if I can do it with my claw, but I've got a dagger.
Alright.
Strength is going to be 19.
Takes some effort, but you managed to cut through the strap. Unfortunately, the bag itself seems to be frozen in place.
Alright, now I'm gonna do the old, Indiana Jones Tomb Raider move where I try to, shimmy myself between the bag and the lion and try to push it with my feet.
Alright, give me another strength check.
14.
The bag seems solidly frozen in place.
Your dagger, please.
I toss the dagger down towards him.
No, hold on to it.
Too late.
I hand it back to him.
Sorry, not specific. Eric's think you want dagger.
My fault. Apologies.
Okay, what Eric's do with dagger?
Wait, perhaps this isn't what. Do we have something to act as a mitt?
Clothing pieces, scraps.
Ah, yes, the leather scraps. I grabbed that from the Yeti bag. And I'm going to grab one of the straps and say, wrap it around the hilt. Protect her.
Okay. I'll wrap it around the hilt.
Be quick to drop this. I'm not sure if this is going to work. And I'm going to attempt to heat metal again on just the blade.
Alright. And it's held, so I think he needs to make a check.
It's wrapped where I'm holding it. Can I get advantage?
For the first round, sure.
What's the check on heat metal anyway? Dex?
Constitution.
Constitution, 18.
I believe that beats his DC.
Yes, sir.
Did you take any damage? As you roast his palm.
2d8.
The leather doesn't act as a buffer. Weak.
Gave him advantage on his check.
Yeah, 2d8.
You turn the metal red hot.
All right, the second I start feeling heat, I'm dropping this dagger. What the fuck?
Were you doing anything with it in the moment before?
That's what the Constitution was for you to not drop it.
Yeah, and then I got burned by a friend, so dropping the dagger.
I'm just saying, you could have...
I'm gonna try to cut free the bag.
So in the instant you feel the heat, are you trying to cut or are you releasing?
I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna take the round to cut, and then I'm gonna be pissed at the door and drop the dagger afterwards.
How much damage to the door?
12.
Half of that. So you take 6 damage as the red-hot dagger slides between the lion flesh as you can smell sizzling meat as the bag cuts free, dropping into Door's direction. Are you catching it, getting out of the way?
I'll catch it.
Alright, give me a strength check as the red-hot dagger drops into the snow next to you.
18.
Alright. With a grunt, you sag beneath the weight of the frozen bundle. But you catch it.
I begin loudly cursing, "What the fuck, the door?" And since the lion's frozen, I'm just gonna put my palm directly on its side. Try to soothe the burning.
Feels much better with the ice, yes.
I said it might not work. Apologies. At least we got the bag.
Might not work, not burn hand, careful! Good night.
I thought the straps would act as an oven mitt. Apologies.
It half the half damage at least.
Not hurt as bad as good, but Eric's not think get hurt at all.
Alright, so you've got a giant frozen bundle.
Just gotta rub my hand across the lion's side a little bit before I hop down.
I present the frozen bag to Pavu. If you would, my friend.
A slightly more reliable...
Sorry, you talked over each other.
He said do what? And Dave said slightly more reliable.
I can't carry this and be useful. See if perhaps you could tie it around you, or see if it'll fit in the bag.
My understanding is this is bigger than the Yeti pelt.
Well, that's why I said see if it will fit or tie it around you. It had straps.
Yes.
Tie it on me.
What do you have for rope?
Could he not just tie it around him like a sweater? Since the straps were cut.
You got like a foot of extra strap, and that's after what was cut, so there's
I
not
figured
really
the
much to
girth
tie
of a
on.
dire lion would not be as great as the girth of a...
Yeah, but you didn't like slip the harness up from it off. You cut the straps.
I'm saying he cut both straps. He didn't cut one strap that wrapped all the way around like a belt. He had like a harness that he cut both top straps.
Lawrence, I sent you a message, and I'm gonna send you another one.
Yeah, you didn't get a response to the first message.
Okay.
At least this will be a slightly more reliable bag than the Yeti pelt.
Yeti pelts hold up a long time.
Yeah, it's looking pretty rough though.
So are you.
Pavu mutters something that nobody else understands.
And when I finish saying it, I spit on the ground and take the pack.
I'm going to
Start beginning to see if I can attach it to myself.
I'm gonna laugh at Eric's comment.
Can I attach it to me in any way, shape, or form?
You think you might be able to get it into the Yeti bag, assuming you dumped the rest of the contents. But other than that, unless you have some form of rope or method of tying, carrying might be your only way.
I've got a sling. Can I repurpose that to give him something to tie the bag onto?
Give me... This would be a craftsman check, but we'll make it a just straight dex check.
If you want to roll with a craftsman check, I believe Chris professed an interest and wanted to go tailoring. I could offer it to him to do that check.
He's welcome, sir.
Yep. Is the leather strap singed, or is it still kind of there?
It's a little singed, but it was so frozen that it's mostly intact.
Alright, I'm gonna use that and everything else and see if I can tailor MacGyver something. What am I adding to this?
Would be dex based.
Dex based. 17.
We also have metal rings that I offer to you. Say, maybe you can do something with these.
I'm an amateur at best, so let's see what happens.
What's your roll?
17.
17? Alright. Using the sling and the metal rings proffered by Jay, you're able to manufacture a very simple harness that seems to hold the bag in place across Babu's shoulder.
It'll do for now. I'll see if I can improve it when we get back to civilization.
Oh yes, we'll be going there very soon. He says I gesture to like all the bags tied around me.
I chuckle. A man can dream.
Jay's been dreaming that
Pavu the Pack
nonstop.
Mule. That should be my new nickname. Not Keen Eye, but Pavu Pack Mule.
I'll call you whatever you like.
I turn and glare at you. Not a joke.
I was just hoping that there might be something in there we could use. It was my idea.
And so I will carry it.
It's frozen for now, and perhaps we can melt it right now. I think we should move forward while we have several parties behind us.
And perhaps in front of us.
If want drop bag, we make do without contents before. We can make do without contents now. Maybe here when return. Eric's not want you carry more than you need.
I'm more annoyed it is assumed. Like gesture to like all the things that I have tied off on me. Cause I've got like 6 bags right now that are just tied off on different pieces. Get bigger bag.
Bag of holding comes up. But it's a tiny little one.
We fashioned it with mouse pubes.
Does go to show, even if not personally inclined about it, Pavu's strength shows through. And I turn and begin heading back towards the mountains.
And I will say to that as we continue walking, I know I am strong, but this is stupid.
All right. As you continue marching forward, the walls of the small town loom before you. Many pieces fallen inwards or outwards in various states of disarray. Those bits of wall still standing seem to have a sheen of ice coating them, and you can see many of what you thought to be guards standing atop them, some making rude gestures at the backs of those fleeing, others with looks of sadness on their face, and even more, with surprised looks of panic, matching those who now cluster in greater numbers at the breaches of the wall. Through the gaps, you can see what appears to be ramshackle buildings, clearly once strongly made, but in grave states of disrepair. You see what appears to have once been a blacksmith, quite large in its majesty, many a long hut, and looming against the face of the wall, a large dark cavern descending downwards.
They make mad something in there. Maybe dragon?
Think what in there may be worse than dragon. Look at all dwarfs. Frozen in flesh. Not over time.
What worse than dragon? Ice dragon full grown? Disturbed?
Not have seen dragon in action, but have seen gods slightly in action. And think maybe God at strength give dragon challenge? Maybe dragon god?
Haven't we, out of character, haven't we seen a frost worm?
Yeah,
We were chased by one, yeah.
it was overhead while we were wandering the tundra.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it just my response is that it didn't do anything, so I don't know like what the breath attack necessarily would be. If it was in fact a frost dragon. That's the way I'm playing it.
Give me a perception, everybody.
No, friend. Have seen dragon.
Yes, have seen dragon, just not have seen dragon fight. Better statement.
Alright. In a moment of flash, everybody but Pavu, find your eyes drawn upwards as you see the giant golden snowflake flash into being over the mountain peaks above you. Blinding for but a moment, and you feel a chill creep through your bodies as a dark wind seems to rush, pushing you back from the wall's gap. Pavu continues on, unnoticing.
Probably whatever's doing that. And I'll motion up to the snowflake.
Which vanished.
Do what?
You
see nothing.
you see nothing this time. You've seen snowflake here before. No?
Seen plenty of snowflakes.
No, big snowflake in sky, on fire. I don't actually know if you've seen it, but I know several of us have, so.
I don't think I have.
Symbol of whatever god in caves.
I know I made the roll to figure out what god it was. I'm just trying to go through which one it is. Give me a second, sorry.
So are we actively getting pushed back, or was it like a momentary thing?
No, it was a momentary push.
Okay. I'm actually going to go check out the blacksmith.
Oh, the blacksmith?
Yeah, you said there was a large blacksmith.
Yeah,
right?
no, you cut off at the second half of the word.
Sorry.
Alright. This once mighty forge has grown cold and silent in the years. A large central forge Clearly, a pride of whatever people were here lies cold and dormant. You can see a large leather bellows frozen in mid-pump, and you see a number of Dwarven smiths hunkered over their crafts, frozen in but a moment.
I'm basically going to sweep around. I want to see what has been left behind since everything was flash frozen. Weapons, what they were working on, that kind of thing.
So you find large piles of material components deftly organized along the back wall. You see many a blade or hammer midway through the process of forging. You find a rack full of large pole arms frozen in their wooden stocks, though possibly removable. And you find what appears to be a pile of broadswords frozen together in a stack, bundled up with twine that's clearly having no purpose now with their frozen nature. Against one wall, you find a large dwarven warhammer resting against the wooden wall.
Yeah, I definitely want to take the twine. And given everything a brief once-over, I'm looking for anything that may obviously have a magical aura. Or I'm looking for, specifically I want to find a dagger to replace the one that I just left behind. Right. Ideally.
Give me a dex check to get the twine and an investigation check. What's everybody else doing?
I want to mention the goddess Oral is probably residing. And I'm going to actually inspect what the dwarves are wearing. What type of climate are they dressed for?
You know, many of them seem to be wearing slim, light leather vests. Their arms and much of their chests open to the air. You do not see a single speck of cold weather here.
Tree. I want to wait for Pava to come back.
When I see Eric's run off to the blacksmith, I'm gonna say, "Don't run off," and then run after him.
Don't run off. I'm going to run off too.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's out of character. I understand why you're doing the things you're doing, but you make it sound like I'm fucking off into the distance. And I'm like, no, I want to search the perimeter. And you're like, no. I separated myself and got my ass beat by a bunch of guards.
Because I also intended to just be like, oh yeah, around the perimeter. And then Lawrence is like, 2 hours away, you find... I was like, wait a second.
Right, but you didn't word yourself as perimeter-based.
I said the outskirts, which to me...
Outskirts could...
You said outskirts, and then I asked you how far you want to go. You said as far as I need to find this stuff.
So...
Regardless.
Like I said, I understand where you're coming from, but this is getting very hold Eric's handy, and I'm going to start fighting back.
Pretty sure the video's up if you want to go back and listen to yourself.
That video is up.
How far you were willing to go. Because I remember that.
Well, apparently what I intended was not what I said. So
yes, that is often.
That does happen often, Dave.
Story of my life.
So now that I'm in the blacksmith, I'm going to also look around for anything useful.
You watch as Eric's deftly snips a small corner of twine from a bundle of swords and manages to work it off of frozen goods, slipping the now frozen but free piece of twine into wherever he puts stuff.
I've got a couple sacks. I got hidey holes, is basically how it plays out right now.
And your investigation. Unfortunately, nothing immediately apparent comes to eye. You do find a few daggers, though they seem solidly frozen to the anvils upon which they were placed. You do find a large wooden desk of sorts with many wooden drawers that all seem to be frozen in place.
I will try to open the drawers.
Open the...
What the fuck?
Drawers, he said.
Drawers. Sorry.
Is he cutting out for anybody else, or is it just me?
It's
let
a
me check my.
it's a half word.
Alright, that's all I'm picking up, and I'm not always getting what the word's supposed to be.
Hello.
Hello.
Hopefully that works a little better.
Sounded good there. Alright. What's your strength check to try to open one of the drawers? Dave, what's your investigation?
I had a 9.
I got a 19.
So, Jay, when you're stuck stumbling around, you find nothing that I didn't already describe to Eric's. You find frozen weapons and the forging dwarves. Eric's, with a mighty heave, using your legs to brace against the rest of the desk. You pull, and one of the shelves, the drawers comes flying out, with a loud cracking noise that seems to echo through the stillness around you. As you do so, you hear a ringing of metal as something inside the drawer collides with another piece of metal within the drawer. As you look down at your prize, you see 2 daggers, as well as what appears to be a small iron toy sword.
I will claim the daggers.
As soon as you touch them, they give off an aura of magic.
I will claim the daggers. And I will pick up the iron toy sword.
It also gives off an aura of magic. And you note there appears to be some script written around the handle.
Anything I can read.
No.
Short friend, you been around world. You read this?
And I'm going to offer him the iron toy sword.
Nope.
Doesn't even ask. It just goes nope.
Well,
You're correct in this case, but you didn't even ask.
I have common and halfling. What are the odds that I can?
All right.
It's fair. It's fair. You didn't even ask.
So, is there another drawer below it? Like it, the one I pulled out. Is there like now an opening that I can peer down to see what would have been beneath? Is there another drawer below?
You pulled the lowest drawer out.
Okay.
So you can peer up at the bottom of the next one.
I mean, I'll do that, but I don't think it'll give me anything.
Maybe we can use one of these swords to pry the other drawer open. And I'm gonna go try to get a long sword or a broadsword, whatever the biggest lever that I think I can get.
All right. Are you holding on to the toy sword?
I took a look at it, and then
Do I hear that they can't read it? They're on the perimeter.
Nope, they're in the forge. You're not.
Fair enough.
I said, nope. Looks like a good weapon, and I hand it back. And then go off trying to find a lever.
You find plenty of items that could be used for lever, though most of them seem to be frozen in place. Crowbars, forge hammers, pole arms, swords.
Straight for the crowbar.
All right, give me a strength check to try to dislodge it.
I will put the toy sword down to try to assist.
12.
You are unable to dislodge the crowbar.
Now, quick refresher. I'm not anywhere near there. He
Nope,
went off on his own.
You and the door are in the middle of this dilapidated town. Those two went off to the forge area as you two are peering about from where you are.
We're about to have an exchange as soon as they're done.
I was just making sure I wasn't there.
At the failure of Jay to open the door, I'm going to exit the blacksmith. Various weapons scattered in here. Couple things in a desk. Might be able to find more. Could use help. Jay not strong. Found toy sword with engravings. Can't read either.
I give a look to... Wait, you said the door can't open them?
No, Jay can't open them.
Oh. I give a look to the door and smile. Can probably open.
Probably. But what do you make of this? You notice anything peculiar about their clothing?
I will now specifically look at their clothing.
You note that all the dwarves in easy sight of you are wearing thin leather vests, their arms and chest mostly exposed. Not a hint of cold weather gear in sight. Give me an
Not
investigation
dressed.
check, Dave.
Not dressed for here. Again, I say. Looks like pissed off something in mountain. Something of ice.
But think of where we're at. You would think they would still be in cold weather garb. Either they have giant's blood, something magical happened, or this area is not where it should be.
I'll look around again. Think they made something very powerful, very angry. Giants only know strength. Not much on magic.
Everybody
Something
give me a
bothered them.
perception check.
16.
Alright, everybody but Jay. Your ears perk up for just a moment, as it sounds almost like a bellows has pushed air from the cavern mouth. You feel a hint and tingle of warmth spread across the area before quickly dissipating.
What was that?
Warm air?
A half answer to my question, I suppose. At least this makes more sense.
So go. Eric's lead. And I will draw both of my short sword.
Let's inspect the blacksmith quickly, and then yes, I agree. Let's move on.
All right. Forgot about blacksmith. Eager to fight. Pull
As
my
you all
swords
stroll
away.
into the blacksmith, you arrive to see Jay hefting a frozen, icy crowbar, jamming it into one of the shelves, attempting to pry it open.
Oh, give little one, and I just rip it out of his hand. Sad. Surprised you survived this long in the tundra.
Thanks to you. All of you.
And I will start. I'm just going to attempt to just start pulling them open.
Your reputation with Pavu is increased by 5.
He's a fucking faction.
You're using just raw strength, or you're using the crowbar?
Look at that dilemma.
Internal struggle.
I'll look really impressive if I do it without it, but if I fail, shit. But if I use it straight off and do it, it's fine, but I don't look as cool.
Flavor says raw strength. Do it.
That's like where I was. I'm like right there, but
He doesn't want to risk failure too, because then he has to revert to it.
no, I can just be stubborn as fuck. Plays right to my character. Alright, I'm gonna raw strength the first one.
Alright.
It's a strength check, correct?
Yep.
25.
Alright, with a mighty heave, you palm the handle and rip the shelf from the desk. As you do so, you scatter what appears to be a large number of frozen scrolls of parchment.
Why can't it be controlled?
Because you ripped it off with raw strength.
Yeah, but...
But...
Alright.
You rolled a 25.
It wasn't like you cracked it open, okay, I got it. It went, Hwah! Oh shit.
Hulk doesn't just rip a car door off, sort of.
It's true. He just rips the car side off. Other ones.
I'm
Just-
gonna try to collect those before he makes it. Before he tries again.
Eric's just
What does
know
it
if,
matter?
Eric's just know of desk drawers. Not know if Jay finds something else.
Yeah, but aren't there a couple of them?
Yep, there are 2 more.
I'm collecting the papers before he goes again.
Got it.
Strength roll of a 17.
Alright, you rip the next drawer open, much more controlled this time, revealing 3 gold ingot bars and a pouch that clangs as it shifts in the drawer. Sounds like frozen coinage.
They're your spell thingies. And I gotta rip open I gotta open the third. Fuck. 26.
Alright, once again, you rip the drawer, causing a loud clatter as you see 3 large books rock within the drawer, their pages frozen solid within their bindings.
Is one of them a spell book so we can just make Mike really mad?
Mike had a spell book.
I haven't, for the record, I haven't heard or talked to him, and we work for the same fucking company since he left. Nothing, like, just gone.
That's fucked.
It's weird, man.
You are in different stores now, right?
Yeah, we are, but it's just... I've gone to Mexico like 2 or 3 times. And was told, like, at one point was told he was on the schedule and got there and he was nowhere to be found.
I'm gonna hand the papers to the door. Can you read
Ingots,
these?
not bricks, Dave.
Oh,
Ingots.
sorry. I couldn't think of the word.
Dave, you're better than that.
It's true.
The pages are frozen, and there is a warmth emanating from the cave. Perhaps they'll peel apart more easily once we're inside. What couldn't you read?
I hold up the iron toy sword.
Dwarven, I assume. Let me have a look.
It is Dwarven script. As you read it, you twist the handle about reading the twining script. To my little Grundar, may this help you train to fight those big bad orcs.
echoing. And I obviously sense it's magical, right? Since I'm touching.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I would assume this is some type of orc slaying blade.
Not see orc since tavern, and that unusual too.
Does this interest you have?
What's that?
Talking to Jay. Does this interest you?
I could probably use it, especially if something is resistant to non-magical weapons.
It is but an assumption, but I wieldeth not a blade.
You what?
I do not wield blades.
Ah. Yeah, if that's alright with everyone, I'll put one of my short swords away and take the toy sword, wield it in my offhand.
Better to have magic weapon useful against more. Eric's not fight. But we go cave now.
Yes, let's press on. Hopefully these pages will melt.
And I'm gonna scamper out towards the cavern.
I follow behind.
All right.
Same.
Give me a wisdom check, everybody. Everybody but Jay.
This is my strong suit.
Jay didn't notice the first time, so.
Check or a save?
Check.
16.
Alright. Erickson Dador. As you approach the cave, not only do you all feel another seeming bellow of hot, warm air, you two notice that it's almost rhythmic.
I start timing it.
As you enter the cavern, you note that it seems to be no more than 5 to 10 seconds apart. Regular.
Is that not the same pacing as a forge?
Not no forge, but consistent.
The air itself has a sulfuric tint to it. As you can see, the walls seem to be coated in ice, forever trapped between melting and freezing. The path, worn smooth beneath your feet, seems to lead downwards with a slow curve. No lights beckon you down, though the occasional puff of hot air warms your bones.
So heading down into darkness.
I'm going to cast light on my short sword.
It would be a light weapon if used as a weapon, yes.
Yeah, I'm using it as my offhand.
For that purpose, yes.
What's the radius on light?
30?
Is it 30 or 60?
I don't know if 5th changed it, but it was 30.
60 might be a little light, you're right.
20-foot radius.
20?
Oh, really?
And
Wow.
dim light for an additional 20 feet.
As your light illuminates the tunnel around you, you see strung along the walls appear to be regular intervals of lamps, and every now and then what appears to be large iron rods with blackened tips on the end.
Step back. I mean to light the tips
How are you lighting them?
with Druidcraft.
All right, your fire illuminates briefly the tips of the rods. However, they seems to have no effect. Give me a wisdom check.
Dope. 12.
Though rarer than you might think, than many might think, you do recognize the items as burnt-out glow rods. Sun rods. You might know them as.
I don't have the out-of-character knowledge as to what a sunrod is.
So
It's a metal rod with a circular tip. Turn it on, it glows magically. No fire.
less 4 hours instead of an hour, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn something? Sorry, some people were
They
talking.
they appear to be burnt-out rods that
burnt out rods.
create light.
Burnt out sun rods. I guess we'll have to move forward without. Pavu, the pacing of that pacing, that whoosh we feel. Is that similar to a forge?
I know nothing of forges.
Nothing at all. Fair one like yourself would be familiar with the blade.
Steel yourselves and be ready. Must be cautious in here.
No, I have never seen a forge. All weapons produced by the tribe.
Alright.
I know
What?
blades, and I smile and I draw forth my two blades. But not of make.
Alright, I'm ready to press on.
As soon as I finish that, I begin to look nervously. There is something here.
Yes.
Something greater.
I have to head down towards it, I believe. But need to be careful. And I'm going to begin my march into darkness.
And I, instead of half sheathing the blades that I was going to do, I pull them back out and keep them at the ready. Begin to follow.
I'm gonna follow.
Out loud and to no one. In particular, that is. Oral symbol, yet a warmth in a cave. I can't make right of it.
What's Oral known for?
Well, if I'm correct, and I'm not sure I am, she is the goddess of winter and cold, depending on your interpretation.
Well, that doesn't really make sense with a blast of warm air.
It's precisely what I said, friend. Her symbol, I'm almost certain, was above. Yet as we enter here, this is counterintuitive.
Her symbol is on fire, though.
I'm unsure if I noticed that. Really?
Snowflake symbol, yes. Fire
That's
on
all I noticed.
fire on snowflake.
Ah, the balance is at play here. This makes a lot more sense. Although I don't know which we walk into.
We kill it with fire.
Or not.
No. As told by Bane, we kill it with fire.
With your black fire? Or his black fire?
Nobody has black fire. Red fire.
I want to be like you. The man's red fire.
Lawrence, his mantle was black, right?
It was black.
And on flame?
He didn't get a good look at himself. Keep that in mind.
No, I know.
It was kind of mid-rage as it was going on, and then other things happened.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to try to stick ahead of the light source and in the darkness so that I can use my Gloomstalker invisibility.
All right. Move silently, please. And perception from everybody.
My strong suit.
Whoop, whoop. All right, good thing you got Eric's leading the way.
That's why he's here. Like the scout.
As you continue moving forward, following the slightly curved path, Eric, you're the first to notice there seems to be light reflecting from down below. As you see an opening in the path, it seems to open into a large cavern. As you're the first to approach, you find yourself staring out over a ledge, peering down into a massive chasm of chamber. Set along the wall, you find stone steps carved leading downwards. The chamber before you is truly massive in scale, and though you can see the remnants of structures buried beneath the ice, massive columns seem to intertwine and intersect throughout the room, overlaying what appears to be a large bed of gold. Upon it, you see a dragon, a massive red-scaled beast, larger than your eyes can see within the room. Its gleaming yellow eye staring up at you as its breath seems to shake and pulse with the heat wave that you now feel blasting past you. You can see small curls of flame dance from its nostrils, reflecting across the icy chamber, creating the glow that you can see reflected. Give me a wisdom save.
Alright, I'm going to roll that with advantage.
Sorry, is that for all of us? I just said damn.
Just him right now. He's ahead of everybody.
19.
You find yourself frozen in place, unable to move, to make a noise outside of a small whisper. As you hear your companions approaching from behind you.
I am small whispering as much as I can to try to warn.
The rest of you, as you approach down the hall, you see light reflecting from a large chamber. All you can see is large beams of ice stretching back and forth across the chamber. Light reflecting downwards as the heat wave seems to grow and pulse from whatever is beyond, as you see Eric silhouetted in the opening.
I don't understand how ice still here. I say gesturing as we're walking down.
Eric's does not seem to react to your statement.
Nor did anybody else.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Everybody else give me a perception check besides Eric's.
I honestly didn't know what to make of this in that moment. 17.
Jay and the door. Well, you don't see anything wrong as you approach Erickson. Before you can see into the room, you see his body is literally quivering in place.
What's wrong, boy?
I'm gonna fucking stab you so goddamn hard.
Am I the only one that takes, like, really serious offense to that? I can be called a lot of things. You call me boy, I will fight you.
I'm not
I fucking hate it.
I'm not
I had to...
kidding that I kind of want to stab Dave about it.
I mean, I was obviously making a Lassie joke, but
Yeah, I don't like being called like a dog, dude.
Uh,
I'll hey, guy, buddy, anything of that. You whistle, fuck you.
no. I'm not trying to, like, derail us. Just my assistant manager used to always be like, "Oh, what's wrong, boy?" And I was like, finally, I pulled him aside. I was like, "Listen, man, don't.
yeah,
You
that's
can
the
call me a
thing.
lot of things, not that." So I was just trying to, like,
It's just Dave's general level of casual disrespect without meaning it.
which is why I, like, need to call it out. Like,
There's no
I don't know
disrespect.
where
it's a
he's
joke.
going.
It comes across that way, Dave. I've been called boy outside of the courtroom by defendants, and I had to get up and walk away from it. Like, it's pretty offensive way to talk to somebody.
Right, I understand that, but I'm not like that wasn't my character speaking. That wasn't me speaking. That's just a joke. Like
Okay.
I'm not actually calling.
It came across like that's what you meant in character.
Okay.
And I was just like, yeah, I'm not surprised if Adam gets free of this and goes,
Yeah. That's what I thought it was.
I definitely took that in game.
Yeah. I took that end game, like, calm down, boy. And I was like, oh.
Alright, so moving on.
See, this is
from
the
that,
advantage of using a voice. Everybody knows when you're in character.
Well, that's fair.
Moving on from that, then.
So yes, Jay and the door, you can see Eric's literally quivering, but unmoving.
Gonna try to whisper and say, "What is it?" And then sheath my sword to try and hide the light. Although I don't really have a scabbard.
Slide it
Or do you?
Alright, are we meant to fight a dragon right now?
No spoilsies. Press on.
You're continuing up towards Eric's?
If you're within whispering distance, you should hear me going nuts.
You can make out that Eric's is making a noise.
You
Nobody
said there was
rolled
like-
high enough to hear him.
You said there was like a beam protruding from either side?
No. The light seems to be reflecting within his chamber as there's ice beams everywhere, crisscrossing the chamber. All you can see from where you are is these large shafts of ice crisscrossing the room, and light seems to be reflecting dimly within the chamber.
I'm unsure what to do. I defer to the rest of the party.
I'm gonna try to creep up closer and see what he's looking at.
All right, give me a wisdom save.
My wisdom save is a 5.
You find yourself staring into a large yellow orb with a reptilian slit in it, staring as if deep into your soul. You find yourself rooted to the spot, unable to take in any other detail of the chamber, as you feel warmth trickle down your leg.
I pissed myself.
At least you put that together. Thank God. Of all the other ones,
I'm sorry.
not that one.
A 19 caused him to freeze. A 5 causes you to piss yourself.
Do I notice them both looking in a single...
Do you notice them what?
looking at a single point?
You can't tell from where you are. You just watched Jay walk up and freeze as well. You can see their heads are looking down into the chamber. That's about it.
Alright, trying not to look in the direction they're walking. I just want to see if I can get a focal point of where they're looking in my peripheral.
So you're walking up trying to use your peripherals?
I just want to see if I can notice their heads face in a certain direction. And whatever angle that I can get that isn't directly looking at what they may both be potentially looking at, I want to avoid.
As you try to peer slightly in the room at a different angle, you catch sight of these crisscross columns, and you note a sheen of gold layered across the floor. Your eye suddenly catches on what appears to be a large, massive, scaled red body. As it clicks in your mind what they're seeing. Wisdom save.
What did Eric's get?
19.
Okay, I got 23.
You realize there is a massively old red dragon down here. As you stutter back a step, you suddenly find yourself meeting Eric's cold, dead-looking eyes as he looks at you emotionally, seeming to have come out of his stupor.
I attempt to pull him back.
I let you.
Shake and bake, and I helped.
I offer no real reaction to that.
Yeah, I will help.
As you pull him back, you note that Eric's face seems to have drained of all reaction and emotion, as he presents you with a cold stare in response to any statement or action.
I check his pulse.
I nonchalantly just brush your hand aside. Eric's alive.
What happened?
Eric's sea dragon. Dragon trying to take Eric's mind. Eric's clear mind.
As he says this, you all also notice the slowly freezing puddle of piss around Jay's feet.
Averting my gaze,
You pissed yourself.
averting my gaze, I pull Jay back.
Though he offers no resistance, he also offers no aid as he starts to fall as you tug him backwards.
I double my efforts.
And pull him backwards. Jay, your mind clears of the all-consuming fright that encompassed you. As another blast of hot breath flows up the cavern.
Very old dragon. Red scale.
You're muted.
Very
Muted
old
it.
dragon, red scale. Not think kill with fire. Good idea.
I thought I saw Dave moving his mouth. That was directed towards
did
him.
too.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine.
Were you saying something?
Yeah, but I.
Go ahead.
Well, that was exhilarating. Can we get the fuck south now?
Task
Calm down.
Task not done. Here for a reason. And I'm going to turn around and head back in.
Give me your save there, Adam.
Wisdom?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Eric seems to return to the entrance having no ill effects as you see him turn and start to walk down stairs to the side of the ledge.
Sylvana sends me this way to rekindle the balance. Will you grant me passage?
Come down, all of you.
I'll make my way down.
Give me a wisdom save as you return to the ledge. As you as well, Pablo. Dave's like, fuck, I'm gonna fail again.
I literally can't. I don't think I can succeed.
Was that perception?
Wisdom.
Nat 20.
Alright. Though you feel a shiver run down your spine, you face no other ill effects as you stare down at the massive, ancient worm at the base of the cave.
I'm gonna start singing to myself.
15.
You find yourself frozen in fright at the top of the ledge, Babu.
I believe I have advantage on it. Am I feared?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start
Yeah.
doing. Oh, yeah.
I have
already have-
advantage on fear.
Okay.
20.
You still find yourself frozen in place.
I'm gonna start
Dave's
singing
like,
a counter.
fuck, there goes all my rolls.
I'm gonna start singing a counter charm to give myself advantage.
That gives all your allies near you too, right?
Yep,
Gives advantage or a bonus to the roll?
advantage. On being frightened or charmed.
Well, that's a good thing to have right now.
Double
Anyway.
advantage, Pavu. Roll again.
As you approach, what are you seeing? And as you watch Pavu freeze in fright at the top of the ledge.
I'm gonna say, come on, Pavu. Let's attack our fears together. We go marching down. We go marching down. And then I roll an 11.
As you get up next to Pavu, you too freeze and panic as your voice falters and trails off. As Eric's and Dador continue down the stairs, you both get another chance.
Can I still laugh? As
No.
a reaction?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I got an 18.
Still frozen in place.
Well, I can't go. But I can help you. And I'm going to cast Heroism on Pavu, which gives him immune to frighten. Immune to being frightened.
What are you saying to give him heroism, Dave?
Oh, sell this, dude.
Do it.
I'm going to say, what little strength I have, I lend to you. Go forth.
Alright. You feel a warmth blossom in your chest, Pavu, as the frightened effect waves off of you, having no more effect. You find your limbs free to move, your heart free to beat, and your lungs filling with oxygen once again.
I'd take a very deep breath. Thank you. And then I will attack. Is that what we're waiting for?
You're attacking?
I'm approaching the dragon. I'm not attacking.
I mean, if you want to jump off the ledge and attack, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not saying...
Oh, yeah, no.
You can do you, man.
No,
I'm always a fan of you doing whatever you want to do.
No.
But I'm going to leave it with the DM's butt on that one.
That was an internal strength, not physical strength.
I attacked the great.
Yeah.
You do you. I just described this as an ancient worm, but you know, you at level 5 can do what you want.
We can easily. We're all level 5, right?
Level 6.
Yeah, I'm level 6.
Yeah, you've got this.
This would be the quickest party wipe?
It'd be pretty fast.
Alright. I will do the opposite of what I said I was going to do.
I mean, it would be pretty cool watching you jump off a cliff, weapons out.
You know what it was? It was the elven.
Skyrim.
It was the elven barb. I was like, I was there again. Like, I can do this.
I mean, it would be very Skyrim. The jumping off, blades ready, attacking the dragon.
Until he doesn't break the AC. It
No.
just clatters
Until
on
the
the
dragon
side.
Dragon goes, oh, snap. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
God of War, right?
There's a couple dragon fights in that, yeah, that works.
Yeah. I like Skyrim better, but you know, do you?
Alright, so I'm getting the fuck out of there.
It's even that much effort.
The
but yeah.
nonchalant just push off the side of the bench.
The little smile. Get out of here. Oi. So you're going down the steps?
Yeah, following.
Are you carrying your erstwhile frozen companion? Or leaving him at the top?
No, wait, I'm not going down. Why am I going down?
You tell me. If you're staying at the top, you can stay at the top. You're watching the door and Eric's go down the stairs. Eric's and the door are going down the stairs.
I can't willingly move closer.
I am dead ass approaching this Great Worm. with a very blank look.
Be a team player. Pick him up.
That's half the campaign. Is him picking him up.
Right now,
Pavu pack mule. Pavu pack mule.
I'm already carrying Dave.
Now you can do it literally. Here, little one, let me bring you to the fight.
There you go. If anything goes wrong, you can throw Dave first.
Alright, I'm gonna hurry down.
You can roll once per round, Dave.
This was not what I was expecting to have to do. Alright. So
I mean, you can attack. I'm not stopping you.
No.
We're not doing this.
I can't. I get it. It's no. Alright. So Eric's is just walking towards this Great Wyrm, correct?
Well, right now, him and the door are walking down the stairs into the base of this large cavern. Neither of them are close enough to approach the worm yet.
Alright, so I'm gonna go down the stairs and step in front of them and see if I can get their attention. Which is weird for a fucking fighter barb, but yeah, alright, let's do this.
Alright, so leaving Jay at the top of the stairs, Pavu heads down, attempting to catch up to the door and Eric's. Doing so, he passes you both and steps in front of you.
I'm gonna go around him, paying no heed.
I will stop him. Like, I will pick him up if I need to pick him up. Great. Let your god kill me. I'm cool with that. As long as I tried.
I turn and I'll look at you with my blank expression. We come here for task. Eric's approach as Dragon call out. If Dragon wanted dead, we'd be dead already.
As you move down the stairs, you get a better angle, and you can see that much of the dragon's body seems to be pinned and trapped beneath the icy pillars, allowing only minimal movement, though the dragon's head and top half of its neck, quite long, seem to provide sufficient movement that it could snap you up the stairs if it so chose.
Please put Eric's down. Here for a reason.
I do not want you to die.
Eric's no plan to die.
I agree with Eric.
Okay.
We are here for a reason.
Not talking to you. This is Eric's life right now. I put you down? Okay. I put Eric's down. It's his life.
I nod blankly at you and continue on my path.
As much as I fought for everyone's survival, I'm surprised you would say that.
Go ahead, Dave. Give me some more rolls.
Dave muted, so we just can't hear him. Fuck. Fuck.
Still no, Dave. Still no.
Dave's just ruining trousers.
Yeah, still no, Dave.
Keeps pissing and shitting where he is.
Oh, he didn't roll a 5 this time around. So he's trying to get closer.
Getting closer.
Alright, so you two are one of you is frozen, two of you are just standing on the stairs watching Eric's approach, or you're following him down.
Well, I can't physically do anything with Jay, so I'm following Eric's. And I have no spells of which I can assist.
Average HP 546.
Fuck you.
That's the average.
Yeah, if you don't want to roll 28 d20 or whatever the fuck it is.
No, that'd be more than maximum 28 d20. So, what are you guys watching him, or I don't know if I got a response on that.
I don't have any spells
I
or
heard that
the
part.
physical ability to do anything, so I'm deferring to everyone else.
I mean, I put him down, so yeah. No.
Okay, Eric, you continue making your way down the stairs. Give me another one of those checks. Saves, rather.
19.
Okay, you maintain. As you approach, you realize you're not even as large of one of this beast's smallest claws, as its large yellow eye turns to stare directly into you. Hello, little one.
Hello, very big one.
I am Indrastraz, terror of the skies, the fires of the abyss.
Can I get a spelling on Indrostrez?
Sure. Ryan walks away as the dragon starts talking. That's saddening.
I will knowledge religion to see if I can pick up on that.
You have no problem hearing it.
I don't remember my religion modifier. 1 second. 20,
20?
22, sorry.
22. What can I tell you? It doesn't really ring any religious connotations, though you think you've heard the name referred to in a legend or two.
You said he was Terror of the Skies, Lord of the Abyss?
Yes, she is.
Touche. There goes my sexism.
— 2019, bro.
I'm reminded of the scene in Into the Spider-Verse. She's the head scientist. Really? Alright, well, phase 3. I examined some personal biases. Eric's sent here for a reason. What?
No, I was shaking at Dave.
Oh.
He's still rolling on the side.
Eric's sent
You
here...
got hopeful on that one.
Eric's sent here for a reason, but not entirely sure what is.
You seek the vessel, or Oro herself?
Eric's seek vessel.
Not good enough.
Don't know how to respond to that. I don't know how to respond to that, dumb Eric's or blank Eric's.
The god of winter apparently beckons thee. One would assume you would answer her call.
The dragon's head whips up until its eyes staring no more than 3 feet from you, Dodor. You would serve Oral?
I serve the balance, and I wish nature to take her course. If Oral succeeds in that endeavor, so be it.
You are a fool. I should roast you now. And and Pabu, since you're right next to him, you also have a giant yellow orb of an eye staring at you. Literally larger than you're tall.
Symbol Eric see in sky different from what others see. Snowflake, yes, but on fire.
Blue fire. The fire of cold. That bitch ruined my territory. It has been eons since I have seen the sky as she holds me here, using my fires to fuel her frost. My young cannot grow in this cold, and these icy pillars stop my wings from flying. And you, the eye swings back to the door, would serve her?
I looked at the ground.
The door good
Sorry.
about bounce. Oh, sorry. If you got something more, go ahead. I was going to interject on your behalf, but if you're not done, sorry.
Nope, Dave.
I am totally against any sort of prison. Nature should be allowed to take her course. You're bound here. It's a affront upon nature. I would see you free.
Steam seems to push from her nostrils, coating you in a layer of hot, sticky warmth. Almost uncomfortably so. Good. You will do me 2 favors then.
I would see you free.
You will slay or break her item of binding, and you will take one of my young, she says as her eye returns to Eric's, and let him free in the warmer air. Dave's like, no, fuck no, Dave.
Let her free in the warmer air. That must be months to the south.
It is closer than you think if you smash the sea bitch's staff.
That named relic of binding, then? We break staff, you free, warm air?
Yes. And I am not such an ungracious host that I will not reward you further. For now, I spare your lives. Her servants come with my daily food. Slay them and follow the path to her icy keep. She will not be hard to find, as she even now awaits you.
I can't help but to grin when she says to slay them.
As you grin, you find your icy calm melts away. Give me a wisdom save.
21.
You maintain your sense of dignity and control as her frightful presence washes over you, leaving you barely able to act.
Well, path forward seemed pretty clear to Eric's.
And so I follow.
Where'd Jay?
Perhaps you allow the musician to pass?
I do not prevent any. I cannot help it if he is awestruck by my wonder. Not many see one such as I and live. Nope. Dave is still trying.
Wonder indeed.
I mean no disrespect, but I have seen him awestruck by a hobgoblin.
That is disappointing. Perhaps I should just eat him. Fresh meat is so very rare.
He often is disappointing, but also useful.
Her neck stretches up as an eye peers deep into Jay's soul. Would you be free to act in my presence, little halfling?
Dave screamed, but just as his entire reaction.
The deer in headlights is pretty great there.
Would you serve me? We must teach you decorum. But you may be useful. And of the group, you are the only not already bound. I would you make you my dragon scald.
Oh shit.
Do you accept?
Take the deal, Dave.
You see a floating yes and a floating no in your mind. Excellent. Kobold. You see one massive claw overturned, revealing a palm. Prick my finger and place a drop upon his tongue.
Okay.
But do not listen to the mind within yours, she says as her eye turns to focus on you. Make your choice, Adam.
Yo, this is some Final Jeopardy bullshit.
No shit. I don't know, Adam. I don't know. Give me a wisdom check. Okay, okay. I was going to give you an answer that might have helped, but that's fair.
I'm pretty sure your answer would have been down this road anyway.
That's fine.
I got a 19 wisdom.
All right, what are you doing, Adam? What is Eric's doing? What makes you hesitate, kobold?
No hesitate, just not have something carry blood, but Eric's think no would do.
The tip of a dagger is sufficient. You need but a drop. Do not let Baal fool you. I will not be slain by his pinprick. And your companions would not like the result.
Aye, the gods must be able to push forth. Did you mean to murder this god?
I like you, elf. And the chamber seems to vibrate with the dragon's laughter.
These gods are ever important to the balance.
Nope,
They must be left to their own devices.
Eric's have no plan to kill... Oh, I'm gonna fuck up the pronunciation here. Minjastras?
Motherfucking insight!
You will not use his blade.
23 insight.
You trying to get insight into?
Him saying he had no intention of killing the god. Or what I interpret as a god.
Adam's free to share with you what he's thinking if he wants.
The decision, the idea crossed my mind, but I'm not convinced I can murder a fucking god even if I do have a dagger. So I'm going to go forward and prick her with not the dagger of Baal.
Alright, it takes some effort to pierce even her softer underbelly scales. As you manage to get a small sliver, the blade seems to quickly become coated in the small amount of dragon's blood that you do release.
I will move quickly to Jay.
You appear with greater puddle of piss around his feet, his tongue shakily held out, precariously close to being bitten off with his chattering.
I'm laughing. I'm just like looking at him and laughing. I can't help myself.
Jay, give me a disadvantage perception check. Everybody else can give me a disadvantage perception check as well. I'd give you double disadvantage if it mattered, but...
I just rolled a natural 20. That's so fucking stupid.
Dave's like, I've been rolling for a while now, what the fuck?
And my actual, because it's at disadvantage, is a 12. But damn it!
Burnt the 20.
What was yours, Ryan?
My perception?
Yeah.
13.
Alright, the rest of you see nothing out of the ordinary as Eric's approaches Jay.
Here, Jay. You drink dragon blood, like say.
Dave?
Important juncture. Mutes himself.
Yep.
What are you doing, Dave?
I'm going to put my hand out for the dagger and withdraw my tongue.
I didn't think you could move.
I can't move closer to the dragon.
His initial fear wasn't bad enough to stop him altogether. He's just frozen in place for the most part.
Okay. Not trust Eric's? Okay.
I motion for the dagger.
I handed the dagger.
Can I make a perception
I
on
motion
all
again.
this?
I mean, you can both see them. There's some hesitation, clearly. Unfortunately,
Something spicy is
they're
about
both
to go
small
down.
and at the top of the stairs. You see there's hesitation.
Alright, perception is a 19.
You can see there seems to be some kind of discussion at the top. As you can see, Jay holding out his hand and not holding out his tongue. What is the hesitation?
Nothing. Nothing.
Are you two typing to each other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, I have no idea what's happening here, guys. I'm in the dark too now. This is tenser than I thought. Yes, there's a lot of typing going on. For the two of you, also not in it.
I hand Jay. I hand Jay one of the dagger that isn't ball.
What? The
Yeah.
dagger that isn't?
The dagger that is not ball.
Okay.
Okay, and then I will pick that one up and drip the drop on my tongue. Are you confirming with him he didn't like sleight of hand it?
That's funny. Okay. Give me a Constitution save.
Uh, 21.
Alright, you almost instantly start coughing as you feel a burning sensation run down your throat. You cough up a few flecks of blood, causing you to drop to your knees. You feel tremendously ill.
You okay, friend? I'm gonna try to help him to his feet.
Do not know, friend, I say in a hard, tinny voice.
What is the hesitation? Take the blood already.
I'm gonna look really nervous. I did!
You seek to deceive me?
No.
The gods are omniscient. What do you seek to prove?
Dave's like, fuck, what the hell?
I just start laughing. Just thinking about Bane and laughing.
I rolled a 6
For...
to try and...
Oh, break the fear?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Giant! Bring the halfling down here.
I do not want to do that.
I'll start trying to walk Jay down the stairs.
He has to resist you.
I can't move my feet.
No, I know, but I'm still trying to like pull you down the stairs.
Oppose strength checks.
Well, this is gonna go well.
All right, I'll pick him up. All right, if that's what we have to do, I'll pick him up. Is that how this is progressing?
If you want to walk up the stairs back to them, as you see Eric's tugging on Jay's arm.
I got a
But I
15.
also was told bring the halfling down, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you were. Again, you do you, man. You want to attack the dragon, you're still welcome to do so.
Yeah.
It's bleeding now, so you have an advantage.
That's one way to look at it.
Alright, I will go up the stairs, grab the halfling, and bring him down.
You are now blessed, halfling. You will drink straight from the source. And it holds its palm up, the tiny little blood prick still there.
I guess I'm gonna suck from the teat.
Giant, bring him to me.
I put him down. He must go to you himself.
Dave, you got another check for me?
That would have been like really good timing if that was a natural 20, but it was a 13.
Give me a con save as well.
24.
All right. You managed to cough, though whatever's making you cough seems to pass your system.
I can't move forward. 13.
The dragon's head comes down and nudges you literally face down onto its palm.
Alright, and I'll fucking lick up the blood.
Give me a con save.
$19.
All right. You now know what drinking fires really feels like, as you feel your tongue, your mouth, your throat feel as if there is a raging blaze passing down into your gullet. You cough and stutter before you realize you're moving freely. The fear effect seems to have passed over you.
Did I learn Draconic as well?
Not yet.
No.
This shit isn't instantaneous.
You were so hesitant to go about it. It's like, oh, yeah. I got picked up, dragged, thrown, and then pulled through.
Yep, that was my choice.
Do I know Draconic?
Do I got wings yet?
Give me all the buffs.
To be fair, Dave's best roll was a 19.
To be fair.
And then he fit. After that, that was like the best he came to.
I have a +1. Guys, come on.
You literally needed a nat 20, yeah. And I stole it from you with that one disadvantage.
That's not how things work, but yes.
It is with you, Dave. You have a limited number.
Kinda is with you.
Fair
The
enough.
dragon starts to mutter a few words with some arcane tongue, and your skin seems to alight into a pattern of fiery red scales that seems to glimmer across your flesh. After a moment, the feeling and the scales seem to fade, though the back of your left palm seems to feel rougher and scalier. Maybe even a tint of red. You are bound to me.
As long as I've got my singing voice and a fire within me, I'm alright.
A fire within you, you will have.
That's your
Now,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say that's just his most inspirational quote he's had this campaign.
Yeah. Now go, take one of my eggs, and defeat the bitch.
The bitch.
And that's session.
Hooray!
I finally got Dave to accept something.
Yay!
It's only taken 20 years.
I mean, at least it's fucking chaotic, and I'm chaotic, so there's that.
You've been offered better deals by other lesser things.
Far better deals. And been like, nope, I'm me. Yes. Oh, yes.
What?
Look at Lawrence.
Hope you guys had
He's
fun.
dying right now. It's because he knows.
I
I'm
mean,
just excited Dave finally accepted something. The secret is tell Dave very little before he says yes.
I mean, you were like, "Hey, you want to take my egg and go release it somewhere warm?" I was like, "Fuck yes."
That's the secret. That's the secret. Put Dave in an environment he hates and then offer him the chance to go elsewhere.
Right.
But the deal isn't to go elsewhere, it's to fix here.
No, it's just easier if we fix here.
Alright, great. Dave's just gonna fuck off into the ether. Release a dragon out in the fucking
He's like,
tropics.
I'm out of here. I'm down to it, right? I'm gonna be warm. I'm gonna be warm.
Where's Hawaii?
It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun.
Oh man. Yeah, so I hope you guys had fun with that.
Yeah, buddy.
I know no combat, but I kind of tried to set some things up for you. Little
This is my
foreshadowing.
fuck. I like that.
I like it. Good.
Lawrence, I did all I could to fucking go meet the damn dragon.
I know you did. I got all your rolls, Dave. You kept sending them. Dave was like, I want to interact so bad, I can't do shit.
I interacted, I pissed.
Yeah, that's true. You
Several-
did voluntarily piss.
Several times.
Well, because I got a 5, so I was like, meh.
Sorry, I gotta be up early. What type of experience are we looking at?
700.
Nice.
I thought you were going to be like, 42.
Adam plus 100. Dave plus 100. I'm thinking. Trying to see if you guys have done anything special to get an extra 100 yourselves.
I get no ingenuity points.
That's true. Plus 30 XP for the ingenuity. That was some creative fire warming.
Yay!
I like that. And what can we give Ryan bonus for? I don't want to give it just for the shelves, though. I mean, that was impressive after Dave's failure. You didn't
How
bite on any of my prompts.
How
Very
much
disappointing.
was, how much was the
It was 7 million.
Alright.
Ryan get an extra 20 for being able to perform skill checks when Dave couldn't succeed on a single one.
I feel like that's like every time, so.
Yeah, but it was very noticeable tonight.
26.
And he also interjected with a lot of laughing at you, which I appreciated.
That only got me 20?
Yeah, I don't want to overshadow the ingenuity and what Adam did and what Dave bought into. Dave, I need to encourage Dave to do things that I want him to do. It's okay. We both know you'll get more bonus later than Dave will. Dave will disappoint me by finding a way to reject it.
All right, boys. Peace be the journey. Sorry I can't stick around. I gotta work really early tomorrow.